Hey everybody, happy Sunday. It is a breezy, crisp, cool day here in Florida. And I thought that I would do a quick video to show you an easy way to do a mixed mani, okay? So this is a really simple way to do a mixed mani. If you have a set, okay, so you've opened a set. This is Mermaid Magic. Okay, this is from, I believe, the summer collection, last summer. So we have Mermaid Magic. And then what I do is I pick a twosie that I like that kind of corresponds with it. And so this is Walua Falls, again, from the summer collection, okay? And your stylist will have twosies, lots of twosies. They should. If you don't have a stylist, drop a comment. I'll get in touch. I can always send twosies out so that you have some choices to do mixed manis with. See that right there? So I've started mine. This is a really nice way so you don't have to open up 2 full sets to get a variation in your manicure. Okay, so what you're gonna do is open up your twosie pack, okay? This is the finished product here, okay? Now I'm gonna show you how I do this. All right, so obviously you have this for the base layer, okay? This is going to go on my nail like this, okay? So before you put that base layer on your nail, what you're going to do is you're going to cut this strip at an angle, okay? So if you cut it like this, see, then the nail strip by your cuticle is gonna be fully covered. If you cut it like this, then the top of your nail is gonna be fully covered. So I cut it like this to get that, okay? So here's my one I cut, okay? Now, before I even apply this base layer, this Mermaid Magic, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this Walua Falls and I'm gonna stick it onto the Mermaid Magic just like that, okay? Just like that, guys. All right, so let me do that. Again, this is a really easy way to do a mixed mani. You only have to do 1 or 2 of your nails like this, and I'll show you how to do the rest, and it looks really cool. Okay, and again, if you really take your time, okay, so there is that Walua Falls on the top of the Mermaid Magic, okay? Okay, so then see how easy that is? And so even if you really take your time, you can get it lined up pretty well there. But if you do, say you stick it too far over, you can always just take your scissors. So again, in my mani kit, I always have a small pair of scissors. You can always just cut up the side right here to even it out. Or when you apply it to your nail, you can just use your wooden cuticle stick to break it, okay? So I'm not showing you the actual application here. I don't have my camera set up that way. But, so because I applied the turquoise over the purple, see that? So it goes on, I mean, this one, as you can see, is a little bit wider than this one, but that's okay. Still looks pretty good. And so then what you're gonna do is, go get it then. I'm just using my finger here. You can also use your wooden cuticle stick, which I don't have. You guys are hearing the dogs, the kids, all kinds of things. I decided when I started this channel that I wasn't gonna try to make it perfect. So we're just going with what we have. This is me, my real life. I'm not trying to fake anything. That's my teenager laughing at me. No, but really, you guys, I realized, it took me a long time, but trying to be perfect and put on the appearance that things are always perfect is not fun, and it gives you a lot of anxiety. So anyway, not perfect. I like this one better. Okay, it's probably because I was focusing more. But that is a really simple way. Okay, so you can do that on one of your nails, and you can pick any of your nails, right? And then the next thing you can do is, so on this nail you can put a plane. On this nail you can put a plane. You could do another 2 colors on this one and then another plane, however you guys want to do it. So what I'm going to do is, I'm choosing the next one here, the ring finger. I'm going to put the blue on this finger. Number 1, because I know that with the twosies, I know this will fit on my ring finger. I'm going to have to cut a little bit off the sides, but that's okay. And the other reason I'm doing it this way is because I've got blue on this side and then the purple. So I'm going to put a blue on my ring and then a purple on my middle finger, okay? So here we go. Another tip you guys can do. So this twosie I know is not going to perfectly fit my ring finger. Now, I know for a fact that this one perfectly fits my ring finger, okay? So what you can do is you can trim this down. So first you want to take off this top layer here. Before you cut any of your strips, you want to take off that top layer. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put this on top, and then you're just going to trim off where you can see the blue. Okay, and then that's going to make your blue strip perfectly fit your nail. That's just a little tip you can do if you're using twosies. Because, you know, with the twosie, it's only going to be 2 sizes, and it's probably not going to fit your nail as well as the full set because you have more options, obviously. So you just cut that down like that, and then you have your blue one. That's the perfect size, okay? So again, peeling off the polish strip, I stick it on the white piece here. I do that because I feel like it gives me a better base and I'm able to control the application more. You don't have to do that. All right, here we go. I'm applying to my ring finger. Okay, and see, that perfectly went on. I trimmed it ahead of time. So that's another tip. Sometimes, you know, you could even, if you really wanted to, you could take your set and you could keep this piece here, this white piece, and you could label it. So you could label it, you know, ring, pointer, pinky, or you could label it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you know in the future, if you're using leftover sets or you're trying to do a mixed mani, you know exactly how to cut it so it fits your nail bed. That's another tip. Okay, so here we go. Taking off the blue here. And again, because I cut this down ahead of time, it is working so perfectly. See that? Super simple, super easy. There we go. Now, let me remind you guys, before I started my manicure, I put on nail strengthener. I always do that. If you can get in the habit of using this stuff, I probably have 3 bottles of it. I have one in my bathroom, I have one in my purse, I have one upstairs by my computer, and once a day, I will always put this on, okay, over my manicure. And I have found that my nails are just growing so much better, so much more evenly. They're still not long, but look how they look amazing compared to what they were about 8 months ago, okay? Especially my thumbs here. My thumbs are growing nicely. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is put a purple one on this middle finger here. Okay. So peel off that top layer, peel off the strip, stick it on the white piece here, and this one's a little small, so I'm just kind of pulling each side. See that? Okay. Now, Mermaid Magic, this is actually a neon set. So this will fade a little bit in the sunlight. It ends up looking really cool over like the course of the week. The more it's exposed to the sun, the more it fades. And it looks a little different by the time you take it off than when you put it on. So I'm curious to see what happens to this. Okay, there we go. See that? So we're just doing a fun mixed mani, nothing too crazy. Anybody can do this, seriously, you guys. You're just cutting a twosie strip. Don't have any twosies? Head on over to Facebook at Lisa Chic Nails, join my VIP group, okay? It's a private group. We have, I show all kinds of manis that I do. I run specials, I run sales. I let you know about new products ahead of time, like this awesome high gloss lip oil that was dropped last week, okay? All my customers knew about it ahead of time. I had a pre-order list. Speaking of pre-orders, I have one of these left. This is cherry. I'm getting sidetracked, you guys, but I saw this and just thought I would. This is cherry. Isn't that pretty? So not super dark. I've got a little cut or something on my lip right there. That's what that is. So this is not as dark as it appears. See that? Really pretty. It's like a muted red. So if anybody wants this, I have this one available. These are completely sold out online. Nobody can get them. They're gonna restock probably in March. So drop a comment or head over to Facebook and join my VIP group, send me a message. I do have one of those cherries left, okay? All right, so what I'm gonna do now is, let's see. I think I'm gonna do the same as here, okay? I'm gonna duplicate this nail here, and then I'm gonna put a blue. Actually, I'm not gonna put a blue because the blue are the twosies, you guys. So see the twosie here? That's not gonna fit on my thumb. So I'll put a purple on my thumb. All right, so we're starting with the Mermaid Magic, and we are finding the one that fits the best, okay? We're gonna take off the top plastic layer. I always forget this step. And there's nothing worse than, especially if you're doing a really complex, if you're doing like a complex design on here, there's nothing worse than getting everything on here and then going to apply it and realizing you forgot to take the plastic off. Super annoying. All right. Again, taking off the plastic before we cut, okay? Now, what I'm gonna do is get that on here, and then I need to put the blue like this. So I'm gonna cut this way. Okay. There. And I'm going to do like that. Okay. So that should match my pinky there. Perfect. Okay, so remember, before you even put this on your nail, you're going to apply the accent. Okay? Obviously, you want to cut it with the paper backing. Okay, you don't want to peel the polish off and then try to cut it. So you want to make your cut first. Okay? Then you're going to peel off the polish here. Okay? And you're going to apply it onto your purple. I'm not going to lift this up and do it, you guys, because I'm afraid I will mess it up. Now, I'm going to show you a tip here, because this is a little bit... All right, let me show you what I'm talking about. I don't want the same thing to happen that happened to this hand. See, on this hand, I didn't get as much blue here. And that's because of the way the strip was shaped. So, for this one, okay. All right, so I just placed it where I wanted it, and there's some overhang, which is no big deal because, again, you can just cut it off. Now, I accidentally went too far, so I just trimmed it all the way around. Again, you guys, we're not going for perfection, okay? It doesn't have to be perfect. And if you mess up, you can still shape it to your nail bed once you apply it. So again, you're taking the whole thing off now, right? You've got this left. You're going to apply it. Now my trick, again, I know I'm doing a lot of these videos, but I can't mention everything all the time. So my trick when I apply is I put one side on, and then I take this other side and I kind of stretch it as I put it on, okay? I stretch it as I put it on. See that? So then you've got a pretty perfect fit there. All right. And so again, because I trim these down ahead of time, you don't have to worry about trying to get that blue in the right position when the purple is already on your nail. You've already done that part of it. So you're just applying it as if you have one strip. All right, there we go. Pretty cool, huh? And then I'm just gonna put on my thumb here. This is the largest strip and the second largest strip. So for me, I go back and forth, you guys. This second largest one isn't quite big enough for my thumb, but if I stretch it, sometimes it'll work. But sometimes I use this largest one, and then I take my wooden cuticle stick and trim it down. So I don't have my wooden cuticle stick here, so I'm gonna use the second largest one here. And let me show you what I do. Okay, again, taking this off. Peeling off your strip. And then what I do before I apply the strip, because I don't know if you can see this, that base is not quite big enough for the bottom of my thumb. It leaves openings right here on each side. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the end here and I'm gonna stretch it nice and gently, okay? And see what that did? That made the base wider. So it's gonna cover more of the bottom of my nail. See that? So it actually got most of my nail there. So that's good. And again, I'm just using my thumb to trim around. I don't have my wooden cuticle stick, and so I'm just using my thumb to trim around. Okay? All right, so there you have it, guys. A really simple mixed mani. Anybody can do this. You can open 2 sets of nails, or if you want to save some money and you have a set that you really love, send a message to me and I'll mail you a twosie, okay? I do have some of these cute twosies left. Okay, these went to my VIP customers who pre-ordered lip gloss, but I do have some of these left. This would be really cute for February over pink or red. All right, I've got a lot of different kinds, you guys, okay? So again, we just created a mixed manicure with Mermaid Magic, a full set. And then I used 2 sets of twosies of Walua Falls because I used one on this finger and then I used the other one and cut it in half and put it on these 2 fingers, okay? I'm still gonna have some leftover. I only have a couple of leftover strips, so I'll probably just throw those out. But again, if you do have leftover strips, if you put them back in your plastic and heat seal the end and put them in your freezer, then you should be able to pull them out down the road, let them get to room temperature and reuse them, okay? So again, here's my mixed mani. So really simple, just a nice simple way to mix it up. Anybody can do this. Just pick 2 colors you like. Don't worry about whether or not they match or coordinate. If you love them, put them together. What's great about Color Street is if in a day or so you decide, you know, I just really don't like this, you literally can just go in and put strips over, or you can just take it off and do another one, okay? All right, guys, so again, last shout out here, I've got one of these cherries left. This is not quite as dark as it appears in the bottle. You've got your curved applicator, goes right easily on your lips there. This is not sticky, it's not greasy. When it first goes on, it's a little wet obviously, but then as it dries, it is awesome. You guys, keeps your lips hydrated, moisturized, and adds a little color, all right? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please, please share this out. Share with your friends, share with your family, and let me know if you have any questions or comments down below, okay? Have an awesome rest of your weekend, guys. Bye.